En I was like, no, don't do that. You don't do that to a pregnant. Anyway, welcome terug bij The Crazy Life of Motherhood podcast. I'm Nicole Rubina and I'm your host. Anyway. Ja, dankjewel. Welkom terug en hoop dat je de vorige video leuk vond, de vorige podcast leuk vond en ik hoop dat je ook subscribe bent op mijn kanaal en want er komen ook nog meer podcasts. Ja, I'm trying to be consistent with the uploads and recordings and everything, so I'm trying. This is the second one and yes, let's talk. I mean, this is a Crazy Life of Motherhood podcast, so what a better way to talk and doing laundry. Yes, I'm gonna do laundry also while I'm talking with you guys. Yes, so what I want to talk about is I haven't actually shared much about my breastfeeding journey. Yes, I have, for those you guys don't know, I have 2 kids and I've breastfed both of them for like exclusively for 6 months straight, yeah. And after that they had solids and formula, so yeah. But my first was a son and I've breastfed him until he was like 2 years old, 2 years and 1 month old. So yeah, that's that. It was maybe he could have went on longer with breastfeeding, but he just stopped right after. Okay, yes, so my battery died. I had to switch it out, but where were we? Yes, yeah, what better way to actually talk with you guys and doing laundry, because this is what the podcast is about, like Crazy Life of Motherhood. So I have loads of laundry. So yeah, where was I? Let me see. Yeah, I've been breastfeeding like, let me see, 2 years with my son, 1 year with my daughter. So I've been breastfeeding for like 3 years. I wish I could breastfeed my daughter longer, but she didn't want to. Anyway, let's start from the beginning. Yeah, my son, I've breastfed both of them actually exclusive for like 6 months, and yeah, so I did that for like 6 months straight, both of them, like, and after 6 months they had breastfeeding, formula and solids. So yeah, that's it. And my son then did that until he was like 2 years old and 1 month, 25 months. So he did eat, but he was still, I don't know if maybe he still got, but there was coming milk out of my breast even when he was like 2 years old and 1 year old. There was still like milk coming out, but he was like maybe right before his naps he must be on the breast, so that's why this was like his pacifier. I was like a human pacifier for him, basically, if I can tell that, if I can say that. So yeah, they didn't use pacifiers. I didn't with both of my kids. They didn't want to. I like when they were both babies, they they don't want to have any pacifier. I've tried, but no luck. So they both been sleeping without pacifier. Mostly my son slept more on my breast, like while nursing. So that's why he kept on going until 2 years old. But my daughter didn't. When she was full, she let go of the breast, and then if she's not asleep yet, I can just lay her down and then she'll fall back. She'll fall asleep, so on her own, with no pacifier and anything. So yeah, that yeah, that's it. And that was, he stopped right when he stopped um, breastfeeding my son. Just as right as he stopped, like 3 weeks later, I found out I was pregnant. Yes, and I did the digital one, like where it says that you're pregnant and how many weeks you're you were already. So I did that, and it told me I was like 3-4 weeks pregnant. So maybe he felt like I was pregnant, so maybe that's why he stopped. So yeah, anyway, it started. Yeah, so I was pregnant. Maybe that's why he stopped. But 2 years, 25 months. That's. I mean, that's okay. I wanted that, so yeah. But when he was born, he didn't. He wasn't on my breast immediately. Like when he was born, and he was born on February 26, 2020 on 10:22 a.m. and he did not um, eat or anything. He didn't eat anything at all. He didn't even cry that he wants to eat, that he's hungry. So until the next day, the next morning, and then it was not really hard to latch him, but yeah, it was not that hard. Um, but I was also worried. Like I kept trying in the night, the day he was born, and in the night, the first night, I kept trying, and he didn't wanna latch. Like he wasn't latching, or it's not that he couldn't. He just didn't want to. And then I was worried. Like, I mean, it's been a few hours and he didn't eat anything, drink or eat anything. So I called the nurse and she told me that it is okay if he's not hungry, if he's not then he's, cause they still have some food when they were in your belly. So but it is okay for a few hours after birth. It is okay if the baby is not hungry yet, so they can survive um of that. But the next morning he kind of was hungry, so I latched him and it was okay. It went smooth. I didn't have any complications with that, like like what I was told, like about the breastfeeding. So like I could have complications or anything or something. Yes, just I didn't have that. He latched on the next day perfectly well, and then my milk supply came in fast. The first week, the days after, like the first week, it was yeah, it came a lot faster than I was like I couldn't sleep because he wasn't also every time on the breast, and I couldn't sleep at all because he was sleeping and he wasn't hungry, so I couldn't latch him. But my breast was full, and every day I had to put cloths, new cloths, washcloths, and so that I don't leak or anything. So that was that. And yeah, and that went on for 2 years. Not after 6 months, my kind of I didn't. My breasts were not that full, but it did produce because he was still nursing, and yeah, so that went on for 2 years. And then my daughter, when she kind of yeah, so I breastfed my son for like 2 years, a whole 2 years. I wish I was longer with my daughter, but she didn't want to. After right before she turned 1, she stopped, like off the bed stopped. So yeah, and but that's it. Everyone kept asking me, how did you stop? I mean, all the people, they all wanted um, to teach the baby to stop nursing or something. They want the baby off the breast as soon as possible, and here I was, like, my daughter being not even right before she turned 1, she was like, yep, nope, I'm having it, I don't want it anymore. Yeah, she stopped right off the bed. She stopped. No, no, I didn't do anything with my breast, so she just stopped it, and it didn't. Maybe because maybe I didn't have milk anymore. But that's it. Yeah, I did breastfeed her until 6 months, and then she had formula, and then she started eating solids too. So yeah. Um, hi baby. Hi Narcita. Halika. Halika. Nee, niet hier. Ik kan niet hier. Mama valt kleren. Mama valt kleren. Ga daar. Ja. So yeah. So what did I drink? What did I not drink? And while breastfeeding, what did I do different with my first? What did I do? And what did I do different with my second? But in comparison with my first. So, for those you know, I just didn't eat spice. I ate spice before I was pregnant. And right when I was pregnant with my first, they people told me like not to eat spice or anything or something. Like, you're pregnant, you can eat spice, you can handle spice or something. And like chili spice, really spicy food. So I was like, okay, it's my first, and maybe they're right. I mean, who am I? Because yeah. So I wasn't like eating anything. My head is not sitting well. Gosh. Oh, yeah. Right when I'm not eating anything, spice, I laid off Coke as well. Just Coke, I think, of most carbonated drinks I laid off. I did drink, no. During my pregnancy, I did drink. I still drank carbonated drinks, especially Coke. But after I gave birth, Anaya, hada siya. Handa siya met je schaapje. Yeah, so right after I gave birth, je kan niet hier. Mama heeft zoveel kleren hier. Ga op je schaap zitten. Ha. Yeah, right after I gave birth, I laid off carbonated drinks. My mom, oh yeah, in the first postpartum, my mom gave me like oatmeal. She made oatmeal for me with milk to drink. That's also I think that's also pretty good for breastfeeding. So yes, she did give me every morning. She made me some oatmeal, and I drank that. I drank lots of water also. laid off carbonated drinks, every carbonated drink, and also spice. I didn't eat any spice. It was kind of interesting because I could handle spice a lot. Like my food, every time when I eat, I need to have spice in my food. And now, because I gave birth, I'm breastfeeding, and I just yeah, I had to lay off the spice because whatever you intake, uh, your baby it's also going in your milk, and then your baby will have to drink that also. So that's it. Yeah, that's it. And but with my I did that for like whole 2 years. I didn't eat any spice, not even a single Coke. I didn't even drink Coke. Everything, nope. I did not. It was no. So maybe that's why I could. Yeah. But with my second, I did eat spice in my pregnancy. During my pregnancy with my second one, my second pregnancy. My second pregnancy, I did eat spicy foods. Not a lot, but I could handle it a little bit because no, I couldn't handle spice, but I wanted to try spice because I know that when I'm breastfeeding again, I will have to lay off the spice again. So I ate a bit spice because I couldn't handle a lot of spice anymore since I stopped for 2 years. And yeah. So oké, dit is niet sponsored, maar ik wilde alleen dit product aangeven. Ik heb deze kolfapparaat, elektrisch kolfapparaat gebruikt bij mijn tweede kind. Bij mijn dochter, bij mijn eerste kind heb ik niet gekolf. Maar dit is wat ik heb gebruikt. En ja, het is elektrisch. Ik heb het lokaal gekocht, alleen niet online. Het is de prijs online ongeveer, denk ik, van hieruit. En ja, dit is dan hoe het eigenlijk werkt. Ik heb een kleine video, ik heb een videootje opgenomen toen, dus ja. So I didn't drink. I drank lots of water also. I tried to, but after some point, I don't know, after 6 months or something, I started to drink Coke. Because I wanted it. I hadn't had Coke for so long, and I wanted a glass of Coke, like ice cold Coke for it. Yeah. So I wanted that, and then it started. It just didn't stay with one glass. I just drank that every day, and then my water intake decreases. So maybe that's why I guess I stopped after 1 year with my daughter. She didn't want it anymore. But she's growing healthy now. Yeah. She's doing pretty, yeah, so and now I'm here with I don't know, my breasts are not having it at this point, but hey, they feed the babies. So yeah. Thank you for listening. Gosh. I've been talking, but I'm still not done with laundry yet, so are we going? So yeah, what are we gonna talk about? Oh, my daughter's birth story. Yeah, I talked my recent podcast, the first podcast, previous podcast. I talk about the birth story of my son, if you haven't watched it, please go watch it, or if you haven't listened to it yet, go listen to it. Then you might wanna, then you'll know what I'm talking about here. But yeah, my birth story with my second, it went faster than the first. Like, my due date was December 21st, and yeah, everyone, and I was passing that like at December 22nd. I was like, but I'm so sorry. I'm tired. I'm so tired because yeah. My due date with my daughter was December 21st, but right at the first week of December, we were hitting the first week of December. Everyone kept asking, or everyone kept telling me, I hate these questions, like a lot. She will never be here, or she will take much longer. And I wasn't, and I told her, because I don't know if I could handle if she take longer than that. Like, for me, I was like, yeah, if you guys keep asking, she will take longer to come out. So please don't hope on it. And whenever she will be here, whenever she's ready, she will be here, and I will let you guys know. Like, stop asking me. Those are like, in this community here, it was such a hard. Like, they kept asking, Nathan, no, Hanan, kaya, schat. So they kept asking, like, what? So, like that. So they kept asking, and I flipped for everyone. Like, stop asking me these questions, because I don't even know when she will be here. Whenever she's ready, she will be here, and I will let you guys know. So stop asking me. Those questions were like, oh my gosh, no. I've had it with those questions, and no. And also about everyone touching my belly, I hate that. I hated that. I hate that. Like, I was like, don't touch it, please. So, it's not like they asked me if they want to touch it. They just, and I was like, no, don't do that. You don't do that to a practice. Anyway, I'm cutting off. First story. Yeah, my daughter's birthday. So December 21st, we passed her due date. Like, for real, her due date. We passed that. And December 22nd, and then I still had to do some Christmas shopping, because I still had to do some Christmas shopping. I still had to do Christmas shopping. So I was like, December 22nd, she's not here. Well, December 23rd, we went into town. We went town. I went out to do some Christmas shopping. Like, because I needed to do that. Because I don't know whether she will be here before Christmas or after Christmas, or before Christmas at all. I was already putting in my mind like she will be here after Christmas, so I didn't focus anymore that she will be coming anytime soon before Christmas. So I was like accepting it already, and like, nope, she's coming after Christmas. So December 23rd, I did some Christmas shopping. I walked, yes. Did some Christmas shopping. The whole day. Like, for real. I didn't even know what I bought. I didn't even know anybody what I bought, so I walked the whole day. And at the morning, like dawn, at the dawn of December 24th, like maybe 3 a.m. I started to have contractions. I started to have contractions. Yeah. I was like, I think this is it. It was getting, they were intense, but I could endure. I could endure them. And my fiance, kept asking me, do I wanna, should we go to the hospital now or not? I was like, no, let's wait a bit, because I felt like I wasn't ready to give birth. I just want to labor in my home peacefully. So I was like, no, I can't do this. Right about 5 a.m., 4 a.m., like, I was like, or 5 a.m., I was like, nope, we gotta go to the hospital. So we got ready. My son came, my mother came with me, because my son wanted to stay. I couldn't let him, so my son came along with us, and my mother came also, and also my mother. So she watched him. She was with him in the hospital, not in the hospital, but in a waiting room with my son, while my fiance was with me, in the birthing room hospital. So 6 a.m. A little over 6 a.m. we got in the hospital. The nurses, I got admitted and anything. I got admitted and everything, and the nurses checked on me, and I was already 7 centimeters dilated, or 8. 7 or 8, I don't know anymore. 7 or 8 centimeters dilated. So it was like 7 a.m. and it was, yeah, it was nearly 7 a.m. Nearly 7 a.m. But then I sat down there. I wasn't ready. I haven't felt, yeah, I wasn't feeling ready to give birth yet. So I was there. The contractions came. They were intense, but I could endure them. Yes, I did unmedicated natural birth. So I didn't want any medication. I just, nope, I need to do it unmedicated, naturally. And yes, I did push them both naturally, unmedicated. So right a little over 7 a.m. I had to go for number 2. Yeah. I asked the nurse, I was like, I have to go now. I have to go now. Like, I need to do number 2. So I did. And then right after I was done, I looked in the pot, and I saw something like blood, slimy eyes. So I asked the nurse if that's my water that just broke. And she was like, yes, it is. Clean yourself up and then come lie down back again, because you're giving birth right now. I was like, okay. So I cleaned myself up, because I did number 2. I had to clean myself up. And yes. Yes, I did clean myself up. I ran back, and at 7:41 a.m. I gave birth to my daughter. Yes. I did tear a bit, only 3. I need to, yes. I did tear a bit. Nee, kan niet hier. Je gaat kijken. Nee, kan niet hier. Kijk, het gaat vallen. Kan niet hier. Ga daar zitten. Ga daar zitten. Ga daar zitten. Yes, so I did tear only 3, but they didn't, because it was Christmas Eve, and the doctors, only the nurses said something to me. There wasn't any doctor left more in the hospital that day. So they said, if the doctor will be coming tomorrow, you'll get stitch. Your stitch, only 2 stitches. You get stitched up tomorrow morning, and then you can give But if not, you will have to go after the Christmas days, like December 22nd. I would like most likely go. So yeah. So yeah. That's what it is. Nee, het kan niet hier. Het kan niet hier. Het gaat vallen. Yeah, so I was hoping because I said something that I wanted to spend Christmas. That's actually right. Before I gave birth to my daughter, I was at maybe December 22nd or December 23rd. Was it? I said something like I want to spend Christmas with both my son and my daughter, and I wished it, and it came true. I wished it and it came true. So yeah. So yeah. 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 So I wish it. Ja, laat het. Ga zitten. Ga zitten. Nee, wat doe je? Ja, maar het gaat niet. Hier, hou vast. Kan niet. Het kan niet. Okay, yeah. So I wished it actually, and yeah, I said Christmas Day, I want to be with my son and my daughter. And yes, I was with my son and my daughter. So yeah, I wish it. I wished it, and I'm glad I did. So I was there December 24th in the hospital with my daughter. I was like, okay, I hope I get to leave. I get to go home the next day, because with my son, I also stayed one day. I went home the next day also. So I was hoping for this one. I would going home the next day also. Next day too. So the Christmas morning, it was Christmas Day, and some nurses, non-profit, some non-profit organization came along because it was Christmas Day, and they were looking if there were any Christmas babies or Christmas Eve babies, and my daughter was one of them. So they gave her a present, which is nice. And yes, I got to spend Christmas, her first Christmas actually, with her in the hospital, and that was very precious also. So yeah, it was amazing. And yeah, the afternoon, and me and Maya, ga daar zitten. Not there. Yeah, so the next day, so I like at noon, they stitched me up and they told me to stay after like late before the evening, like 5 o'clock, and that was the second time visiting the hours, then I can leave and go home. So my wish came true. I was home at night, Christmas Day with both my son and my daughter. Yeah, that was it. My birth story. 2 times unmedicated and very fast, also unmedicated naturally. I did it, and I would just want to say, I after having kids, now that I'm a mother, after I pushed those babies out, I have so much respect for women. Every woman, the ones who give birth, the ones who are adopting, the ones who are struggling, the ones who don't want any kids. I have so much respect for them because raising kids, having kids, delivering kids is hard work. And yeah, I have so much respect, especially for the ones who has C-section birth. Um, I respect them even more because you lay down there, they cut you open, layers by layers, several layers, to birth your child, and then postpartum with a C-section postpartum life with a baby, while even nursing baby. So it's pretty hard. Yeah, it's pretty hard. So I salute every woman, every woman. I respect, so much respect for women, for mothers. So much respect for women and for mothers. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you next. I see you in my next podcast. So stay tuned next week, and bye bye. Be brave, be bold.